Noach got drunk and he got naked in his tent. Why did he want to get naked? Because Adam and Chava were naked in Gan Eden. Why were Adam and Chava naked in Gan Eden? Because they were not experiencing themselves that they were naked. They were experiencing God Himself. And then they had the Eitz Das. So the Psukim start off, it says that Chava saw it and saw that it was good to eat. So already, even before she ate, she was already trapped in the sin. That is, I'm looking for something. Something's good for me. I want to eat it. It's going to taste good. It's going to be good. And it's not even necessarily as soon as they ate it, just looking at it and seeing and going from a status of, I'm not looking at myself because I'm experiencing what's going on, and therefore what I'm doing, I'm not really in touch with myself. So therefore I'm not experiencing things on that level. I'm just experiencing it being God. So therefore I'm not looking for flavors or tastings or things for me. I'm not even thinking about myself. And that partaking of the Eitz Das put things into perspective of myself. What can I experience? So what Adam and Chava were trying to do through the sin of the Eitz Das is to experience God, in the sense to have a have of the yira, to have love of God, to have fear of God, because you need to be separate, you need to be outside of those experiences in order to have those emotions towards them. So if you go to China and well, obviously no one's going to China today, but you go to Japan and you're seeing these, oh wow, look at these people, they do funny things, they're doing things that I don't do. I'm from the Western world and they do. So you need to have the yesh and the self in order to compare them to, in order to experience them through my box. I'm not experiencing life in China, I'm not experiencing life in Japan. I'm experiencing their life through my lens. So I can say, oh, that was really cute, I really enjoyed that. But if you are just experiencing, then you're not filtering what's going on, you're just having that experience. So you have to have that self, the idea of self, in order to filter what they're doing. So the baby has no idea of the self and is running around naked and doesn't care as people grow up. So therefore, since I think I care about myself and the me and how I experience things, so therefore I worry about whether I'm naked or not. So if you are experiencing something and you need to take out your camera in order to video it so I can then look at it later and say, oh, I had a good time there. So everything has to be experienced through Das, and everything has to be experienced through the self. But before that, they're just experiencing Stam, they're just experiencing it. It's not filtered. It's just, I am experiencing God, and therefore the nakedness is irrelevant, because it's just a mitzvah. Peruvu is just a mitzvah. What's the problem? But once you have the self-awareness and the awareness of self, so therefore, oh, I have a body can be corrupted, etc., etc. So Noach, seeing the world, and look what we've done, he tries to go back to a pre-Eitz Das state. So he gets drunk to get out of his das. So therefore he doesn't feel himself, and he goes naked in order to go back to that time of where there's no self-confidence, there's no self awareness, there's no self consciousness, and trying to bring in the world back to a time of pre-Eitz Das. But Shem and Yafet understood that it's too late now. The horse is bolted and you close the door, it's not going to work. So getting drunk, when you wake up tomorrow, you're not even back to where you were, but actually worse off, because you now have a hangover, and you realize that what you're trying to do didn't help. So in a post-Eitz Das world, so therefore Noach's ideas aren't going to help, because again the horse is bolted. So the first thing that God says to Adam after the Eitz Das is Amina Eitz Achalta, did you eat from the? Or he says, where are you? Again, there's no concept of where are you when you have no individuality. I said you have no self consciousness. All you're doing is just experiencing God. So therefore, there is no such thing as where are you. So what the Eitz Hadas really did was get out of the process and get involved with the result, and that the result is important. That I have Ava, I have Yira, and if I don't have that type of experience that brings those emotions, so therefore I've been wasting my time, and therefore things aren't working. But before, it doesn't matter what the result of what's going on, because you're not in touch with the results. You're only in touch with the process, and therefore there's no self-conscious. No, you're not worried about these things, because it's all, you're just processing. You just have a closeness to Hashem. As the Gemara in Brachos has a shaila as to should you be marach in davening, and you shouldn't be marach in davening. He says, that's where you're marach, and you're looking to have your prayers answered, and it's good when you don't look to see have your prayers answered. So and then it says, well, what should you be doing? You should just be mafish rachamin, so that you're there davening, but you're not looking for God to give you anything. So all you're looking for is just to have that kesher with Hashem and get involved in the process. So but you can't be involved. There's a problem with creation because of the Eitz Hadas, and therefore I feel myself, and I want. So therefore you're moving away from the Ikar relationship and the Ikar of creation which is what the Noah is trying to do it the wrong way through like a physicality, and not again. You have to find yourself, and then with that self connected, to find the God in you. Finding yourself means to find God in you. Once you find the God in you, you can connect it back to Hashem Himself, or back to the divine consciousness inside of you. But Noah was just trying to do it in a physical manner, just get drunk and get naked. So Shem says it's not going to work. So God then says, did you eat from the tree? And Mina ate. So that's a man. That's Purim. So on Purim we got to get to a place of Adalayada that goes beyond the Eitz Hadas and back to the Eitz Chaim, of where you're trying to not self-experience, where it goes beyond, and you're trying to go beyond the seichel. Seichel is that there's a difference between Haman and Mordechai. But if it's experiencing, the qualifications are irrelevant. What you don't have to grade anybody. You don't have to put people into boxes and say he's better than him. It doesn't matter. You're just experiencing it.